Okay, this is Steve Martin, Masterclass, Lesson 16, Creating Your Characters. This is something that I have basically no familiarity with as far as me doing it. I've never, what you see is what you get, for better or worse, here. So watching him talk about creating things as far as characters go, it's interesting. I've never done it. Like I said, I don't have no... right now, I don't have any interest to do it. I mean, I hate to say I'm never going to do that because that's the first thing I'm going to do whenever I say that. But acting, it's basically just observation. He talks about using observation as one of the main tools to try to figure out what you need to do in a scene. He talks about not knowing how to put a glass down or how to sit. When you get in front of it, I don't know if that was from him approaching acting, the way he approached acting, or that was from being in front of a camera in that capacity. I know that when you're staring down the barrel of a camera, it does get intimidating. That's why I try to do it a lot. If I just do it a whole lot, it becomes a lot less intimidating, even mundane to a point. Hopefully not to a point where I'm just like just boring myself and you. Talks about carrying contradicting points in your head, like being incredibly angry. I've done that, and this is something I've done. Been incredibly angry, arguing this or that, and somebody else's approach. You're arguing with someone, and somebody else approaches you, and you have to just stop. And so, he gives the example of a restaurant where somebody's just completely upset, and then the waiter comes up, and you just stop and you say, "Yes, can I have?" I've done that. I know I've been in situations like that. Using that as an acting tool, that's an interesting point, because being erratic, I think that's what he talks about here. Yeah, being erratic helps as much as if you have a storyline and you want to add an element of surprise, make it more interesting, make it so people will want to watch. Being erratic definitely is part of that. Explore all emotions. The quote that he says is, "Anger has 1,000 faces." I think that's a really interesting thing, because you can be just overtly angry where you're yelling and screaming. You could be angry where you're just quiet and you're just disengaged from everybody. There's so many different ways to be angry, so many different ways to portray anger. It's a good emotion to wrap your head around and try to use as a tool. Right now there's a thunderstorm going on. I don't know if you guys can hear the thunder happening. That's interesting. I'm in Houston. We had Harvey a few weeks ago. People were shell-shocked from Harvey for obvious reasons, and any sort of rain, people just wig out. So that's what's happening here. Channel your own weirdness. Hey, I have my own whole channel of it. I understand the point, and I think that's a really good thing to make, as far as using the tools you already have in your toolkit and putting it here, or putting it on stage, or wherever you want to perform. You have, as far as I'm, however old I am now, so I have that much time of experience and just everything which is experience. I have that much experience I can take pieces of and channel it into this, for instance. So I like comedy, I like to fish, I like electronics, I like to play guitar. I have all of those elements, and I take them all and I stick them in here. So channeling all of this totally makes sense, and is really what my whole channel is about: taking all my experiences up to this point and carving something out and putting it out. Which, I mean, that's the whole creative process for me and for a lot of people, especially on YouTube. So that's something, when I hear something like that, I'm like, okay, I already do that. That's good to know that somebody of that stature also has that type of thought. Okay, so that was lesson 16, creating characters, for Steve Martin, masterclass.com. I'm on masterclass.com. I just watch the videos. I don't interact with people. But if you want to interact, I guess you could leave a comment. Leave a thumbs up if nothing else. Subscribe here. Do all that jazz. Thanks for watching.